Welcome everyone, thank you for coming. This is the 7th annual Veteran Suicide Awareness Project Ruck March. We do this Ruck March every year, and what it symbolizes is honoring it's 22 miles to honor the 22 veterans who die by suicide every single day. Unfortunately, my husband was one of them, and on January 13th, 2013, he died by suicide while I was holding our 21-month-old daughter in my arms. She's now 12 years old. Obviously she's not here tonight, but hopefully she'll be here in the morning. So I'm also a veteran myself. I actually met my husband in Iraq. I was his medic. I was in the Air Force and he was in the Army. And a lot of people were like, oh my god, was it like Pearl Harbor? Absolutely not. It was not like Pearl Harbor. Because I always joke around and say that he was much hotter than Josh Hart did, you know. But he was a good my husband, what can I say about him? He would walk into a room and he would leave and you would be his brother or you would be his sister. That's just the kind of person that he was. He was everybody's friend, everyone's best friend, everyone's brother, everyone's cousin. I miss him a lot. It's been over 10 years. It's hard to believe. And I've struggled with mental health myself. I actually was hospitalized, was it 2021, at the VA for a few days. I had a little mental health vacation, that's what I call it. You know, I reached out for help and I got it. It was hard at first, but it was hard. I mean, it's just something that a lot of us go through. And it's okay to struggle. And it's okay to fall down and cry and be sad, but you can't stay down. You have to keep moving forward. And that's why I founded this organization, because I wanted to keep his memory alive, and I didn't want him to be remembered, you know, as the guy that was in the Army that killed himself. I don't want him to be remembered like that way. I wanted him to be remembered for the father that he was and for the friend that he was, and he loved to be a soldier. He really did. He loved being in the military. He's very proud of it. And that's what I want to honor. I want to honor his memory and all the other, my brothers and sisters, I call them, that also died by suicide. You know, that's not who they were. They had families, and they were husbands and wives and mommies and daddies, just like my husband was. So I've met a lot of awesome people here. Most people I've met on this Ruck. I've met Colin. He's actually my daughter Liliana's mentor, kind of like a big brother in the military, or like a father figure in the military. So that he pretty much saw her grow up from like 6 years old on to like 12 now. So it's been a good ride to see their relationship grow and build over the years. So I'm really grateful for that, and I'm grateful for all you that are here tonight, because you can be in your beds right now. You could be cuddled up with your loved one, you know, sleeping in your warm bed. It's kind of chilly out here, but I want you to know that the people on those flags that you're carrying, those are real people. And I know their families, and I know their kids, and, you know, I watch them grow up over the years. And then every year we see them, you know, celebrating milestones like birthdays and graduations, and they always go to the cemetery. Like my daughter, on her birthday or her dad's birthday, I took her to the cemetery, and that's how she celebrates the holidays and milestones like that with her dad, because she doesn't really remember much. She was only 21 months old at the time. So, you know, suicide is hard. It's something that a lot of people don't like to talk about, because you hear the word suicide, it's kind of like, oh my gosh, you know, you don't want to think about it, you don't want to talk about it. But unfortunately for a lot of us suicide survivors, it's like everyday life. It's the norm for us. And like I shared, I did struggle, and I did plan my own suicide, but I spent some time in the VA hospital, which really helped me out a lot. You know, I gave up hope. But then I found love, and I actually have a 2-month-old baby now. And he's like the best baby ever. I get emotional when I think about him, because he literally, like, I would say that he saved my life. He really did. Like, I see him and I just see like so much light. And that's why I try to tell people, like, because it is hard, and I'm getting emotional now, like talking about James, my husband. It's hard because, you know, you think that you're going to go old with this person and annoy him for the rest of your life, and then all of a sudden he's gone. And it's just, you have to learn how to move forward, and you have to learn how to live your life. So that's what I do. We talk about him all the time. Even with my significant other, we talk about him, we involve him. Even though he's not here, he's still a part of our lives. And that's the thing that we want to do. We want to keep their memories alive. And with those flags, also, you can take pictures along the route, and I'll share them with the families so that they know. And, you know, because there's awesome organizations out there, but there's a lot of them that don't include suicides. So for this one, it's important, and it's really special to a lot of people. So I thank you guys for coming out tonight. You could be anywhere else. And like I said, I wish I could join you this year, but I grew a baby, so I can't do anything this year. But next year, that won't be my excuse, right, Edward?
That's all right.
So
No
hopefully, we got a good group here. If you guys need anything, we got a couple nurses, including myself. If you guys need a ride, we'll take you back. We got plenty of snacks. If you guys need along the way, let us know. So we just have to follow
Good evening, ma'am. Can you tell me your first and last name with the spelling, please?
Eveta De La Cruz, EVITADELACRUZ.
Eveta, can you tell us a little bit about tonight and what's happening tonight?
Tonight is the 7th annual Veteran Suicide Awareness Project Ruck March, and what tonight is, we are honoring our veterans that died by suicide. So each member carries an American flag, and on that flag is a picture of an actual service member who actually died by suicide.
So this is the 7th annual, and I know this is a difficult subject, but if you don't mind, can you give us a little bit of background on what brought you to start this organization?
I founded this organization in honor of my husband, Sergeant James De La Cruz, who died by suicide on January 13th, 2013. So a little over 10 years he's been gone.
And you've got 3 kids now. And
Yes.
I know this is a sensitive subject, so if you don't want to go into it, you don't have to. But can you tell us a little bit about your struggle over the last year?
I actually struggled a lot over the last year. I was actually hospitalized at the VA. I spent some time in the mental health unit, and they did help me out a lot. It was hard. It's a struggle, as myself and a lot of veterans, they know. But they did help me out a lot. So if you're struggling like I did, don't ever be afraid to reach out for help.
Perfect. And that's the bottom line, is that there's this stigma related to suicide, and there shouldn't be. I mean, veterans should be able to reach out and get help, and there's this stigma that if they reach out for help, that they're a weaker person, or they're going to be penalized in some way, shape, or form. And I can tell you, I know you personally, and I'm glad that you reached out and got the help that you did. And for those that are struggling with suicide, let me just ask you point blank, was there any negative effects for you seeking help? Were you punished in any way? Did anybody come after you? Did they force you to stay in a psych unit for months and months, or was this something that was actually an easier process than what most people portray?
It was actually a lot easier and more helpful than I thought. I thought a lot of people were going to be looking at me while I was there at the mental health unit in a way like, oh my gosh, look at her, she's a veteran and she shouldn't be here, she should be stronger than this. But no, there's a lot of us that need to be there.
True.
And I'm grateful for the VA.
Thank you. All right, well, I appreciate it, and I'll let you guys get to it.
Thank you.
Good evening, sir. Can you tell me your first and last name and spelling, please?
Yes, my first name is Colin, Colin. Last name MacDonald, Macdonald.
Colin, tell me a little bit about yourself and what brings you out here tonight. And is this your first time?
This is, in fact, my first time out here. I've known Eveta and Lily through Act of Valor over the last 5 years we were talking about. So it's been pretty amazing to see Lily grow up and meet Eveta and an amazing group of people through Act of Valor. Tonight I'll be rucking for James De La Cruz. So it's an honor and a great opportunity to come out here and honor our fallen.
Perfect. And you're planning on doing the full 22, huh?
That's the plan. I will say, I did 12 years in the Marine Corps, and every year's like 4 human years, so we'll see how the knees do. But luckily I was an air winger, so not too bad.
Perfect. Well, hey, I'll let you get to it. Thank you for your service, though.
Welcome. Thank you very much. Have a good night, guys.
Good evening, ma'am. Can you tell me your first and last name with the spelling, please?
Jen Tritt. Jen, Jenn, Tritt, Tritt.
Jen, is this your first time, or
No.
have you done this before?
This is my 5th year.
This is your 5th year?
Yes.
All right. So when you started, this was back when the 40 mile was going on, correct?
No, it was started here.
Oh, it did start here. Okay, okay. Tell me a little bit about the flags that you're carrying tonight.
It's for my friend Carly's husband. So Carly and I became friends last year when she did the Ruck last year, and I was thinking on my way here today that I would like to carry her husband's flag for her today because she's not here.
And Carly, she's not a local, right? Like she's not from.
No, she was from
here.
Louisiana.
And she flew all the way out here last year and participated in this. And I know last year she shared her story with everybody.
Yeah, she did.
And let me just tell you, I want to thank you for being here, and I want to thank you for carrying her husband's flag, because I think her story resonated with a lot of people, because her husband committed suicide rather recently.
Yeah, it was just like a few months before, I think.
Right. So again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for taking time to speak with me, and I wish you the best.
Thank you.
That's it. See? Good evening, sir. Can you tell me your first and last name with your spelling, please?
First last name Joshua Sanchez, JOSHUASANCHEZ.
Joshua, is this your first time out here, or have you been out here before?
I think this is my fourth time being out here. Third or fourth time being out here.
Nice. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. You planning on completing all 22 miles tonight?
Oh yeah, no, it's without question. We left the car over there. There's no going back.
That's right. So let me ask you a little bit about your history. Are you a veteran yourself, or are you just here supporting somebody?
I'm here supporting. I'm here with my uncle. He asked me about 3 or 4 years ago to do it with him for the first time. This means a lot to him because he was a veteran, or he is a veteran, and that's why I'm here, just supporting him and just doing right by the people on these flags.
Perfect. Hey, I appreciate it, because as an uncle myself, if my nephew participated in this, I'd be thrilled. So I appreciate it. Good luck tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
We'll start with the person on the left. Can you tell me your first and last name and spelling, please?
Okay. So my name is Isaiah Alvarez, ISAIAHALVAREZ.
Perfect. Thank you for being here. You are, sir?
Tommy Ray Alvarez, TOMMYRAYALVAREZ.
And you, ma'am?
My name is Kareem Alvarez, KAYLENEALVAREZ.
Perfect. So now, are you guys a family?
We are.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get to it. Is this your first year?
This is our first rock.
Oh, so you guys are in for a treat. You guys are in for a treat. So you do know it's 22 miles.
22 miles, yes.
And
Very
it's the
important,
old
22 miles.
Yeah, it's the old saying, slow and easy wins the race.
That's right. That's right.
So let me ask you, what brought you guys out here tonight?
Well, my son Isaiah has been asking me for a couple of years now that we live off of like Van Buren. We watch the walkers come in early in the morning right before the motorcycle riders every Memorial Day. So it's a big deal for us to watch them and to really celebrate them and support them, because it's a big deal. The suicide awareness, this walk is a big deal to remember our brothers and sisters that have fallen every year. It's not just a day off. It means something. So today I'm walking for Mr. P. Turner. My son's walking for Stephen Brenneman, and she's walking for Miss Cecilia Cameron. So there's names to it too. So
Perfect.
It's a big difference.
Well, hey, I'm going to let you guys get to it, but I do appreciate you guys being here, and I appreciate you guys talking to me. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
See?
Let's go.
Good luck, everybody. good for. Perfect.
Hard for me to get off work. Good.
Another one. Oh man.
You guys are like, I'm done. I'm done.
I thought I was done 12 years ago.
Well, that's true. You always told me, hey, no more for me.
Ew.